Good afternoon, 5th District. How y'all doing today? You know, I want to thank you all for all that you're doing to elect Republicans here in the 5th District. This is a solid Republican area, and it's all because of the hard work that you guys have put forth. So thank you. But, you know, everything that's well in the 5th District isn't necessarily well all around the Commonwealth, if you've been paying attention. You know, you heard earlier about the 500,000, the 500,000 people that turned out to vote for Republicans in the presidential primary last February. Well, do you know how many people turned out to vote in the Democratic primary? About 1 million. It's more than 2 to 1, folks. So I'm going to talk frank with you for just a minute. Your great congressman spoke frank with you. I'm going to speak frank with you too. You know, we have got some issues. We've got some problems, and we cannot. I'm optimistic about. Frankly, I'm optimistic about the future of our party. We've got a ton of opportunities before us, but we must be ready to take advantage of them. But you know what? We have to, before we can take advantage of the opportunities before us, we have to acknowledge that we have some problems. More than 2 to 1 people turning out to vote in the presidential primary, Democrats versus Republicans. Last year we lost 4 seats in the House of Delegates and 4 seats in the state Senate, and since then we've lost another seat in the House of Delegates. So the score right now, over just the last 6 months, the score is 9 Republican seats going to Democrats, 0 Democratic seats going to Republicans. Folks, the storm is coming and we need to be ready for it. We've got big elections coming up. You know, our party is truly at a crossroads, and all the things that we've worked so hard on over the years, all the yard signs you've put up, all of the phone calls you've made, all the doors you've knocked on, all the checks you've written is at stake. Because the Democrats, if they take over the General Assembly, they will waste no time overturning the hard work that we've all put in to putting our policies in place. Believe me, I don't know if you know the people that Senator Ruff and Senator Cuccinelli serve with, the Democratic leadership of the state Senate. They are the most liberal left-wingers in Virginia. They're Nancy Pelosi liberal. And if you want to see a Nancy Pelosi Virginia, just sit back and let's continue with the same thing over and over and over again. But I tell you what, we cannot continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect that we're going to get a different result. But folks, that's not all. If we lose control of the General Assembly of Virginia, we will lose control of the redistricting process. And when we lose control of that process, all these Senate seats, all these House seats, even our congressional seats, the Democrats will draw the lines nice and pretty so that their guys win and our guys don't. Folks, the state party likes to talk about, and you heard about it, how hard they're trying, all the great things they're doing. And I commend them for how hard they're trying. But at the end of the day, you know as well as I do, results are all that count. And we're kind of short on the results side of the column. You know, effort's admirable, but achievement is truly valuable. And folks, we can do better. We're the Republican Party of Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Can we win?
Yeah.
We've done it before. We can do it again.
Right.
Folks, you know, as Senator Cuccinelli said, I also am not in public office to be in public office. I'm one of those guys that's there to do something, not be somebody. And I certainly have better things to do with my time, other things to do with my time, necessarily, than being the state Republican Party chairman. But you know, I have a beautiful 18-month-old daughter. We're passing out these palm cards. She's on there if you've seen them. I hope you'll grab one on the way out. But I want her to be able to grow up in as good a Virginia that I had the opportunity to grow up in. And if we don't do something about this now, she will be growing up in a Nancy Pelosi Virginia, not a George Allen Virginia. You know, folks, we need a Republican Party of Virginia. Ronald Reagan, when he was running around the country talking about the future of the Republican Party in the 70s, he said that we need a party of bold colors, not pale pastels. Well, we need a Republican Party of Virginia that's also bold, that's aggressive, that's proactive. Not the current passive Republican Party, not the pastel Republican Party, and frankly, not this top-down approach that we've been seeing. You know, folks, I believe that Richmond doesn't know best. I believe that you all in the grassroots know best. And if we do, as a state party, everything we can to empower you to be successful, to win, to give you the tools, the training, the support, and the resources that you need to win, then we will start winning again. Because if we have strong grassroots all around Virginia, we will have a strong Republican Party of Virginia. We must rekindle the energy and the excitement that have been the hallmark of all of our successes. We have to be the party that stands for real ideas and real solutions, and the party that stands for real change, not simply politics as usual. Folks, we are the center-right party, but where we live, where Ken Cuccinelli and I live, the Democrats have done an effective job of convincing the voters that they're better and able to enact a center-right agenda than we are. They don't run as liberals. Folks, let me tell you a little bit about myself real quick. I know how to win. My district in Northern Virginia, and I'll be just a second, I came a long way, if you don't mind. I came a long, My district in Northern Virginia hasn't been won by a statewide Republican since the 90s. Since the 90s. It's worse than Ken's district, and you heard about his district. My district, you name the Democratic candidate, they won it. But I just got reelected to my third term with 59% of the vote as a conservative. As a conservative. Many people say that my district is the most Democratic district currently held by a member of the House of Delegates, and I'm a conservative. In 2004, when Mark Warner was pushing his tax increase, I was the only one of my freshman class, Republican or Democrat, to oppose it. And the Virginia Society for Human Life, the pro-life organization in Virginia, scores me 100% on my pro-life voting record. The Family Foundation of Virginia gives me 100% on my voting record. The NRA gives me an A rating. The Virginia Society for Human Life gives me an A rating, or 100% rating. And I have been one of the leaders in the House of Delegates in pushing forward legislation to get tough on illegal aliens and to get tough on the businesses that hire them. Folks, I know how to win. I've raised $1.3 million in just the last 4 years for just my House race. I know how to activate and engage the grassroots. I know how to maximize the use of technology. I'm actually, in my private life, a technology professional. Folks, I'm optimistic, as I said earlier, about what we can do if we act now. We can reverse the trends. We have to turn our state party into a year-round, non-stop campaign organization. We have to have a message, and we have to communicate it effectively. We have to build a foundation for our state party that's empowered to equip our unit committees and the grassroots. We have to...
My guess is you're going to lose votes.
All right. Folks,
about the time frame that these people came to. We appreciate
you
coming a distance. We appreciate their time also.
Folks, we will make the changes I'm suggesting, whether we do it now or whether we do it later. It's up to you. I think we should do it now. I hope you all will join Senator Robert Hurt, Senator Delegate Clark Hogan, Kathy Byron, Danny Marshall, Charles Poindexter, and Don Maris, who are all supporting me. I'll be around for a little while. I hope you count your vote. VoteJeff.org is my website. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.